So you saw the kind of bulldozer action that is being taken by the administration against some of the alleged rioters. In the meanwhile, Times Now continues to put out more and more videos that really expose the truth on what really transpired in Nu, what perhaps triggered the kind of violence we witnessed first in Nu. Nu truth tapes have been accessed by Times Now. These videos completely expose the lobby, and clearly you can see devotees hiding, gunshots ringing, clear scenes of what transpired inside the temple premises has been caught in this particular video. So the first video of Nu violence has been accessed. Remember, we've been breaking down details that have been trickling in the last few days, video by video. We've been talking about how some people who were part of the procession were also in possession of sticks and stones. The situation kept deteriorating by the day. We tell you why that was allowed to happen and what led to this kind of a deterioration in law and order. But let's quickly look at this video closely. Let's quickly go across to Priyank, my colleague, who's joining us with more details. This video goes back to the 31st of July, and within 15 seconds, as far as this video is concerned, Priyank, we can clearly hear 4 gunshots, and this is just a 15-second time span that we're talking about. Tell us more about this video, Priyank.
See, certainly these videos are very important for the piece of investigation. As you can see, the deployment is once again moving towards a religious place where this fight broke out, and the senior officials are moving there. That is because of the ground report which we have managed to show to our viewers, which shows that how the bulldozer action has finally started against those accused who were involved in this. While talking the video, certainly it's a very important piece of evidence for the investigating agency, because this shows that how the firing was happening. What the police have also accepted, that there were firing incidences which happened from illegal as well as those weapons which was taken in a license form by these people who were part of this particular procession. So let me tell you what was happening and why this bulldozer action has been taken. If my video journalist could zoom in, and we can show you, that is a religious place which is right below this hilly mountain range of Aravalli hills, which is in the Nu Mewat. This is the longest hill chain if you talk about in India, and that was the location where firing was happening from top of these mountains, and there were residents who were also involved in it. We were showing the ground report from this side of this particular farm area, from where these locals managed to come here. They were targeting this particular procession, and right on these roads the firing was happening. So the police is looking for those suspects who were behind it, but in between that, the exclusive visuals of the bulldozer action clearly shows that how the police action has started against those whose involvement has come up.
Well, the police say that the masterminds of this violence will not be spared, and that's why we're seeing this kind of bulldozer action take place on Ground Zero as well. Priya, if you could come in and explain this video to our viewers, we can clearly hear the sound of gunfire, and people clearly can be seen seeking shelter as well.
Let's put in perspective where this video is from first. Now, this video is from inside the compound of Nalhar Mahadev temple. This temple is roughly 7 kilometers from Nu. Why this temple and the devotees inside the temple found themselves caught in the crossfire is because when the yatra that was taking place, traditionally it starts with a ceremonial Jalabhishek, which happens at this particular temple. Now, there are other videos that Times Now has access, which shows that there are hundreds of devotees who are inside the temple premises. But this particular video here shows how they were here. Look at the number of people who are inside, which counters the whole narrative that no, there was no such thing. There were only devotees who were there. There was nobody who was scared or who had taken shelter inside the temple. Why were they taking shelter? Here, in that 15-second video, Kritsween, you yourself have said that at least 4 gunshots are being heard. Priyank right now was at the top of the hill. The hill that is very close to this temple, which is in the center of the Aravalli hills. The hill on top of which were the rioters who were firing at these devotees, which led them to take shelter. You know, if you hear this video, Kritsween, even the people in that video are saying there is firing happening at us. Let us save our lives. Let us hide. You could also see in the frame before this that there were a couple of people who are bending down, trying to take shelter behind the walls so that they can avoid the firing. And there on your screens is a policeman. There were also cops, other cops that you would have seen. They had also called in the RAF on the premises as extra reinforcement, firing back in the direction of the hill from where they saw fire coming in towards their side. And here you can see the chaos that happens because of the firing that is taking place.
Perhaps they were outnumbered, perhaps they were not in the dominant position, but one thing is very, very clear, that the rioters were on these hillocks and they did shoot stones and gunfire as well. But this sums up the new temple's hours of horror, Priya. Thank you for breaking down all of those details. Let's talk about the investigation in the meanwhile.